Alright! Testing, testing. Does it work? Test, test, test. Alright, I'm back. In the bookstore. Sorry. We came here from the lady, the art dealer's woman told us to go here. This was the guy that... what the fuck was it even? That's the thing. Yeah, right, it was the dagger. That is what brought us here. From Sanders' residence to the bookstore. The dagger. And someone broke into this place, huh? Alright.
An old diary.
The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. Highly suspicious. Perhaps he was member of the cult in the basement, in the mansion, huh? That looks familiar from the clinic, right? A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 7th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. Alright, they disappeared at the beginning of the 8th century. Sure. Alright. Handbook on anatomy and dissection. Alright. Level up medicine. Good shit. So these lamps looks exactly like the ones from the clinic, or am I? Yeah, I think it was like that, right? I don't know. Alright, another Darkwater history, huh? In the 9th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, waste gradually disappeared from the water surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because, up until then, the region was a favored refuge for Cthulhu. I guess that's people that catch whales. I'm not even sure if I pronounce it correctly. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. Huh. It seems like such a weird story, so he returns to port with a gigantic beast on board, alright, so... And then they somehow manage to assume that he has eaten all the whales. And they fight it. And then... they manage to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. Like, he was already on the whaling ship. He was on board, they said. I don't know. I read too much into it. And how did he manage to get back to port with this big monster? I don't really understand, but... whatever. Perhaps I'm reading it wrong. That doesn't look right, I tell you that, but maybe that's a man that actually. His legs are... that's an ape, I guess. I don't know. If you have that arm to leg ratio, torso ratio, man, you're pretty... you're a little bit screwed. So I think I clicked on everything here, huh? Right.
What happened here? Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Alright, so we start over here.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
So I'm not supposed to go here, no?
To whom does this footprint belong? This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Yes.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What killed all these animals? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work? What the... Charles Hawkins? Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it? What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess? Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe. Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Alright. He jumps to a lot of... I mean, at the end of the day, right? There is only this magic mark on the... here, right? So... how does he jump to all those conclusions, you might ask? I sure so don't know. I mean, how can you know that Sarah Hawkins put something inside this, right? But I guess sometimes you just have to give the developers some slack, huh?
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Oh. If somebody finds these memories, there will be no doubt that I am in serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this plane of reality in order that they be recovered and burned. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she's still of this world. The following message is capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates accuracy as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the light of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preference for organized chaos, I must admit that reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safes, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague Professor Omtich of Miskatonic University. The content of this safe is not only a vast digest of knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous for it to fall into the wrong hands. I hope that you will be able to appreciate the danger that this represents, and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from. Oh, they actually misspelled that, huh? I will neither be there to guide you nor to suffer from your actions. You actions. Well, I don't really care about that. I'm not... That's fine. I still understood what it said, right? But the most important thing, I guess, is it lies within my safe. Blah blah blah, and the combinations are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combined in the Greek world. Cylinder, huh? Whatever. Let's, we will find our way there. Right, more medicine progress. Gucci.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylinder medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its lost owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Alright, so okay, he stole something that gives him protection against the old ones.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Alright, so I think we're heading back to find those cylinders, but there's a lot more I can click on now.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection?
Book of Spells and Rituals, huh?
Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of them.
Alright, I feel silly.
How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by Arkham Editions. Arkham Editions. Never heard of them. How many volumes are there in this collection? Another volume by
feel a bit
Arkham Editions.
like, should I skill more on... I have some fucking points, right? 8 character points, huh? Yes, I cannot skill those, alright, so... My this one is terribly low actually. I don't care so much about this one. But then again, I don't want to miss items, right? Oh shit. But it is. So we are a bit better at finding hidden items and a bit more of psychic. That's pretty cool. The reason I clicked it was, the reason I went into the character panel was that I was worried that my occultism wasn't up to date, but I guess these books just didn't mean anything to this dude.
Things are not looking good.
Medicine, good shit.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Yeah, I guess we should do that, huh? Puzzles, the only weakness of the God Gamer. But I think, like, I wonder if this medicine book, that I found it only because I skilled in medicine. I don't know. But aside from that, I think I clicked on everything here, huh? No new, no. Yes, so you need some device to listen to those things. I was not around in the 18th century or 19th century or wherever this is. Phonograph. This dude doesn't happen to have a phonograph in his store. Right. Yeah, 1 second. Alright, sorry, let's go.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Well, that... now I know.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Alright, so...
The Queen has little protection.
She sure does have a little protection, actually. But,
The Queen has little protection.
I'm not really a chess player. I'll tell you that straight up. And then he talked about a certain book, right? But you know, I don't see the combination to the safe here, so fuck that, right? Let's find that fucking book he was on about.
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
I guess I missed that one, huh?
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message. What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about.
Yes.
What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham edition.
I guess I clicked the wrong one.
Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research.
Volume
I never
9?
tire of browsing through them.
Volume 9, huh?
What did Drake say about this collection?
Volume 2.
Drake talked about a particular
Volume 3.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking. What did Drake say about this collection?
Volume 6, right?
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Volume 8.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about. And what did Drake say about this collection?
Volume 9, right? So what the fuck is Volume 8?
Drake talked about a particular volume. So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about.
I don't want him to say that again. I know that I'm looking for a certain volume. So that is 5, alright? And then you have a bunch of other ones here. I don't know, you can't click on 5 for whatever reason. But we're looking for 8, so...
What did Drake say about this collection?
So it should be this one, right? Huh.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Yes, the one I just opened, buddy.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9.
Volume 9?
Another horror
Jesus.
particularly relevant to my research.
Okay, so volume 9.
So
What the fuck
these
was
are the
that?
volumes that Drake was talking about.
So
in
this
his
is volume
message.
9, clearly. So who knows? 1908, could that be? We at least found the volume right. But this is 3 digits.
What did Drake say about this collection?
I mean, so we have to choose some numbers here, right?
The Queen has little protection.
So like what to choose, huh?
Drake talked about a particular volume.
So I don't see any clear answer to this. We could take 108 because there is a 9 here, I'm not sure why. One, 0. No Orcarino. A good fucking question, what?
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Nice. I would have to do some thinking here, I think. Alright, so let me just say this. But I do not know what to say, but let me... So like, he says a bunch of things here, and then you go and look at this,
of knowledge.
and they say, do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motive? No, they don't, in my opinion. It's just rubbish. But the first puzzle in this game, there's only been 2 puzzles. This is the second one, in my opinion. And the first puzzle was garbage, where you were supposed to count things, and like it was fucking stupid. So I was suspicious of this, but if you see the crack, you can see that there are 5 red and 5 green, because you come back to the crack, so you have something to, like, you can count like this and go like, why? But there are also 10, I don't know. So who knows? There are 5, 10, and then there are a bunch of blue ones. And in my opinion, when he...
These red rocks, like precious stones, lie set in divine gold.
But he mentions red here.
Of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions.
So he mentions red. We know there are 5 reds.
I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
We counted them by using the crack, right? I mean, so okay, we counted them, and it's kind of stupid, but there are 5 here. 5 red, and it's a counting thing, because all of this is counting. Like, okay, let's listen to the second one.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. So,
like, you could argue that, okay, so he talks about the queen, and the queen is... like everything on the chessboard is numbered, so the queen is standing on a numbered spot. I mean, that could be the code, right? But I don't think chessboards are numbered that way. I don't think it would be a single digit that works in the safe. And we know everything is counting so far, so let's just... And he talks about we as everything but the queen, so we have 2 horses and the tower, so that's 3. Alright, so we have 5 red, and we have 3 people that can help the queen. And he says number 9, volume 9, that is volume 9. So the password is 5, 3, and then 9, okay? So at first I was sure it was... Like, it's very easy to overthink this, let me just say that. I do not approve this puzzle. It doesn't seem very smart, I guess. Oh shit. What did I do? I mean, it doesn't seem very smart, I guess. And it's also weird. There is some kind of spell protection on the safe, but it doesn't affect him for whatever reason. I guess it was maybe it only affected Charles Hawkins because he was a demon. I don't know. Or something else, you know. Sure, that could make sense. His mind was projected into another body. Okay, so I was too caught up. I read it without... But basically, the thing, it bothers me. I don't understand how he came to the conclusion that Charles Hawkins was the one doing the burglary. But whatever. And, you know, now for some reason we got sent into another human body at, I guess, Riverside Institute. So that's cool.
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Right, let me just go to the toilet, because I need a piss. And alright.
Very well. I'll examine him.
Yes, let's do that.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
I know what that is. I'm also a
Severe
scientist.
malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body. His
Okay.
skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes
Give him
seem
some
to
water.
feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky.
So, Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Yes, let's do
Dr.
that.
Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth. Did you examine his abdomen?
I was hoping we could go to the surgery.
Can't you, whatever, you know?
So, sorry, let's go
I
this
see
one.
signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier,
He seemed to feel better?
yes, like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
He's becoming a fish. I have read the books. We need to put him in
I
water.
almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
His limbs? His body temperature? I don't know what experiments you've undertaken, but this is going too far.
Oh, I sense some excitement beneath your indignation. Could it be you wish to join me in my scientific endeavors?
You are a brilliant physician, Dr. Fuller, but this man has the attributes of some kind of animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
He walks pretty alpha.
Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Oh, that evidence exists. I'm sure of it.
Let's stay positive for now.
Files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
I didn't know that was the thing you could say, keep Mum, I guess. This is a fucking rock, this entire place.
No, you're pulling my leg. I'm not joking. I saw the schedule. She's alone in the bathroom again. And she still says nothing to that old witch, Donovan.
Oh, listen to the way you talk, you naughty girl. And the answer is no. You can imagine that she doesn't dare say a thing. That silly goose lets herself be trodden.
Yeah, I mean, they don't give me a whole lot of options, really.
Let's hope I can go through the administration office.
Yes, I was thinking about that actually. There is a second way to enter, of course. Maybe we should have a little bit of a look around before we head into the administration office to see what they... See if we can level our character here actually. That didn't level up.
We've been waiting to be restocked for weeks.
That's what happens when you live on a rock. That is why I live in the big city, so everything is available and comfy for me. You can say it's natural selection.
Patients and hospital personnel eat the same food.
Yes, really makes you think. That doesn't look the best. Yikes.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.
His perfusion of a semi-physiological solution doesn't seem to work. He's undergoing a ventricular fibrillation. Nurse? Deborah, come and help me, please. His potassium level is too high. Replace it with 2% glucose solution with insulin, calcium, and sodium bicarbonate.
I'll tend to it right away.
Thank
Yes,
you.
that makes sense. Carbro something, and Jay says he's also turning into fish. Oh my goodness. So
He broke his back in an accident down by the docks.
let's turn him into a fish.
The whaling station. What's wrong with me?
What? Yes, it's Dr. Colden.
It's the old whaling.
What did you see there?
Nothing at all. The floor was all rotten and I fell straight through.
And that's how you broke your back.
Perhaps. No idea. Passed out.
All right.
She recently came back from the surgical block. She's stable. Given her file, a nephrectomy would have been inevitable. But Fuller was able to save her kidney.
Fuller is a genius. Maybe we should join him in his endeavor. Huh?
What is the boiler room key doing here?
Yes.
The key to the boiler room. Not where I expected to find it. The key to the boiler room.
You should
Not where I expected to find it.
maybe pick it up. I don't know. Whatever.
Another insomniac. I should find the cause for such a widespread trouble.
Yes, I noticed sleeping pill seems to fix it. So it's not very hard to solve actually.
Ethan,
Marie,
what are you doing here?
I'm waiting for my medication, of course. Why?
The thing that is weird is that he actually has eye shades, right? I mean, purple eye shades.
You're not here for treatment, right?
Am I so obvious?
Only to me. I know you.
I trust you. I'm happy to see you.
Me too, Ethan.
Well,
Tell me.
I have nightmares. It seems stupid, I know.
Actually,
No. It's like I'm turning mad.
So they all have
so many people have this affliction. It's like an epidemic.
Do you think it might be related to Fuller's work?
I don't know yet, but I will figure all this out. Everyone in Darkwater is suffering from nightmares.
Really?
We don't have any medication left.
Oh. There's no excuse then. I should let you work.
Take care, Ethan.
You too, Marie.
we're out of sleeping pills, huh? Alright.
Sorry, but nobody can take anything until I finish the inventory.
Bitch. Let's go in here and check as well.
Dr. Colden, we need you at once in Dormitory B.
What is the problem?
Mr. Evans seems to be having trouble with his IV.
I've done an exam. Deborah is looking after him.
And the family of Mrs. Harding is asking to see her medical file.
I'll never understand why it's so hard to see patients' files around here.
Rules are rules. See, with Dr. Fuller, he's in charge. Anyhow, they're still waiting, and I don't think they'll leave until they get what they want.
Understood. Anything else?
As a matter of fact, yes. A man has been brought up from the basement.
Oh. What state is he in now?
You should go see for yourself, Doctor.
This man, Edward Pierce. His file is incomplete. What did Fuller do to him?
Alright, so that's us pretty much, huh?
The operating room is never accessible after an operation.
So I think we're gonna go for Fuller's right now, huh? So this is the key room.
I don't have any business in the boiler room.
No, but we know where the key is.
Wait a minute. Where do you think you're going? Dr. Colden.
Mrs. Donovan.
Nobody goes into Dr. Fuller's office. But rest assured, I'll tell him you came by.
That won't be necessary. Thank you.
I will tell him, nonetheless.
Of course. Of course. Yikes. So... what the fuck?
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. I didn't make this up.
Elizabeth? You alright? Why is this room in such a state?
Because, as always, I'm cleaning it by myself. And the water was once again shut off this morning. I had to bother Mrs. Donovan again, giving her a new excuse to belittle me.
Do you really need Mrs. Donovan to open a valve? Why not ask the janitor?
I can't make these decisions without her approval. Imagine if there were a leak. Anyhow, the boiler room is locked half the time. So every time the water gets shut off, I have to go and endure her reproach until she's settled the problem.
I see. Courage, Elizabeth.
Thank you, Doctor.
Well.
The answers must be hidden in Fuller's office.
Yes. This is where we escaped from, I think.
Everybody says it. She's a witch, an old hag. What a pest. It's so unfair.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
Yes. Of course, I understood this right away. Oh shit, we have a problem. We need to follow the pipes. Now
The door to the boiler room is locked. Where did I see that key?
Yes.
Yes, the office in Block B.
The God Gamer naturally already knew this. That is why.
The key to the boiler room.
That is why I went there
All I
right
have to
away.
do is shut off the water and hope Donovan takes the bait.
Man.
I can't shut this with my bare hands. I need a tool.
The puzzles. This is stupid actually, because this is a lever in my opinion, so yes. Oh, okay. I mean, for real, where do I find the tool? That's so... Can I just ask this dude to do it to me?
Everything all
Yeah. Oh.
Alright, no. Man, this is the problem with puzzles. They're fucking trash most of the time. They actually shouldn't have this type of puzzles if they're... You see why this is retarded, right? It gave her like a hand of additional lever. So fucking dumb. She already had that much
I feel guilty about Elizabeth,
mechanical arm.
but I need the diversion.
Yes, poor Elizabeth.
It's temperamental, if I understand correctly. It's temperamental, if I understand correctly.
I thought I clicked everything here, huh? Maybe I only need to speak to Elizabeth, but I'm not sure.
Dr. Colden, might there be a problem with the water?
I was about to mention it. It seems it's been cut off yet again.
I have no one.
I can't take this, Marie. I feel I'm gonna burst.
It's not your fault if we have defective plumbing.
And yet, I'm the one who gets punished because I'm gonna have to square off with that annoying old witch. Courage, Elizabeth. Here we go. And hold your tongue this time.
Yes. Now that bitch retard is gone. Finally.
At last. The missing files must be hidden here. The Stendhal syndrome. Of course. This is where Fuller found his diagnosis for Francis Sanders.
Francis Sanders. That's the guy from the art deal, right?
Something is wrong with these masts.
Yes.
It's some sort of puzzle.
Oh. Okay, so there's nothing more interesting to see here. Let's close the door and try to solve this fucking puzzle.
Something is wrong with these masts. It's some sort of puzzle.
So, what? All right. Yes, you can only turn what? So this guy can only turn 180 degrees, and this one. Oh no, this one you can turn all the way. But when you turn this one, you turn the other one as well, huh? So
I've unlocked something. Patient
you see,
files.
this is the difference between 200 IQ player like myself and oh no, and average player. I mean, when 200 IQ kicks in, pretty easy, pretty easy. So we solved the puzzle, we got a recording we can listen to. There happens to be, so they have been using this a little bit every now and then.
Sarah Hawkins. The patient appears to have finally accepted the illusory nature of what she calls the mythos. It goes without saying that these peculiar illusions are the price that comes with her exceptional gifts.
Why does Dr. Fuller write psychological reports about Sarah Hawkins?
At first, I presumed that her blood was the key. But I found nothing to explain Mrs. Hawkins' abilities.
The poor souls downstairs are not Fuller's only subjects.
Then James came. I read that Charles was keeping secrets from him. I presume that he will try to break into the basement sooner or later. I am prepared.
Hawkins, Fitzroy, and Fuller. What is the connection between these three?
It is fortunate that I had the presence of mind to set the morgue in the basement. When all the fuss about the Hawkins incident finally comes to an end, I will dispose of her belongings. In the meantime, they must remain hidden in plain sight.
So this is the thing, like, I'm not saying that this breaks the game, but they have this detective mode where the character you're playing, whether it being the other dude or this woman, can jump to ridiculous conclusions without, like, without any evidence, I guess.
Of course. Sarah Hawkins is the connection.
Like, I don't even know. I don't even know.
I must go back to the basement.
All right, to the basement. Kitchen, storage room, block A, bathroom men, pharmacy, very high security.
Ah, now that's the Marie that I know. I knew I could count on your scientific curiosity. It's time to show you what you were so eager to discover.
If you're gonna shoot me, at least have the decency to look me in the eyes.
Turn around. Slowly.
talk, filthy thief, or I swear I'll shoot.
Take a minute to look around. Everything points to Charles Hawkins.
He's dead.
No. He was here for a very specific item.
Oh, no.
The book.
That was easy.
Why was it in the safe?
Have you read it?
Answer the question.
How foolish of you. Now you won't be able to escape his will. What did it show you?
So I cannot click this one because I didn't... I'm not Occultist Master, huh? I could say that Marie Colden was here. So this is the thing, he asked me a question but I'm not answering. It's kinda rude. So I feel like saying I'm not sure, but I'm kinda sure.
She went into Fuller's office. She was looking for Sarah Hawkins' corpse.
Sarah Hawkins, you say? Let's go back to the start, shall we? Whose life did the Necronomicon choose to show you?
Dr. Colden. She was at the Riverside Institute. She's in danger. I have to go.
Wait. No one knows the occult better than me. You might need my help.
Yes.
All right. I might need you after all.
So...
Perfect. Let's meet later at the Hawkins mansion. Now go! Rescue the doctor!
Thank you, Drake.
Not the best dialogues I've seen in my life, but whatever. But I mean, no, I should not complain right now. I will complain later. Or actually, I will complain now. Then the dialogues are a bit cut off. They are short or unnecessary short. They don't tell a whole lot. Just like the detective mode, shit just happens. They can jump to ridiculous conclusions that I assume are right without any actual leads leading up to the conclusion. The same with the dialogues. They are ridiculously fast-paced, and I assume that's partly because they put more effort into the character leveling system that goes with the dialogues. I guess that's the way to put it, but it doesn't come out clean. I guess it comes out a bit it falls short to some degree, I guess. It's not bad, I'm not saying that, but yeah.
I pray that Colden is really here and alive.
Let's pray for that. Fine, Dr. Colden, alright. So this is literally... This is inside. How did we get into Fuller's office, huh? Okay, so this was the diary of the guy who built.
Diary.
But so what the fuck? I picked that up and it says it added it to the. I just wanted to check. Okay. So this is where we will find it, I'm sure. But you cannot actually read it as I suspected. Huh. Nope.
An old diary.
Right, whatever.
Right. Enough time wasted.
I think so at least.
Holden needs me. I must find her.
Wait. How did we literally break in here? How did we get into his office? What was I supposed to find here?
What the... Fuller, too.
So I'm not so sure about... I thought we were making a break-in during the night. Did we come in through the window or something? How did we actually get into this place, huh?
Priscilla is here. Like in the vision. Holden came this way.
Immersion is everything, huh?
No! No! My God! What is happening to me?
It's actually...
It's as if I'd been transported somewhere else.
He's growing insane, I think he... So... Oh, what is this here? What does this mean? What are these puzzles? I don't understand at all, I will tell you that straight away.
What happened? Something has changed, but what?
Man, the fucking puzzles. They are... This pseudo-scientific work by Caesar Lombros correlates an individual's morphology with his criminal predispositions. The seriousness of his study and the accuracy of the demonstration can deceive an uninformed reader. Alright. Oh, that's pretty... Didn't know that.
I seen this symbol.
Like, the game lost me. Just the fact that you actually... So whatever, I picked this one up and... Okay. So it's the lamp, huh? Awaken and free me. Oh. That's some pretty like, huh. Yeah, I don't know. So like, I'm a simple person, I will tell you straight up, I don't get it. Alright. So now I found this sign, but I don't... Doesn't help for fucking shit, you know. I don't understand it actually. So I walk into this place. Maybe I need other lamp then, I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Puzzles, yes. Now this one is blocked, huh? So when I take this one, when I walk here, I can enter this place, huh? And this one is telling me to go. It shows me the sign, huh? And I don't understand what I did. I assume I did this correct one time because I just didn't understand what I was doing. Because
it is trapped.
So you're supposed to just... I don't know what the fuck this is now then. This is just such So what now then? Okay. It's running time and getting some lamp oil from this bitch. No, you cannot get lamp oil from it. Okay, we have a... yeah, actually I did get lamp oil.
You are confronting powers that surpass you.
So I think that this is not something that adds to the game. In my opinion. This feels like a fucking chore. Seriously. Okay. So now I'm even back to oh. This is actually getting this is not hella funny, I will tell you that much. So so yeah, so then I was like, okay, I need to... What I need to do, do I need to get back and get the other lamp, I guess? Or do I... Like, I don't know. I don't know. Straight up don't know. So we tried the other lamp, huh? So I have too bad memory, I guess. It was all the way over there, huh? Like, what does this even represent? I mean, what is this even? So let's say if this place is blocked as well. So it is right, so... So you go like this, huh? And now I guess I can head back, right? With more books. So I can head back and get the other lamp. Jesus, I didn't do that. So I opened this one, huh? Now I can light.
It looks like things are back to normal.
You know what? I think I'm gonna take a break now and do some other things. This was good. This last part was not so good, but we see where this will, how they will wrap this up. I don't know how far into the game we are, but so far so good, I guess. So the last puzzle here, running around, was not very impressive, but I have big hopes for this game nonetheless, you know. We see next episode.